Antique. I always have so much more to say to you than my patience to write it out in an email. But I wanted to say hi, especially today, because I'm sure you know, it was 18 years ago today, your mom um, graduated. And I was there. In fact, that was the only time I've ever been in the presence of someone who died. And the old woman waited for me. I was there the day before, or the night before, and some of the doctor I talked to was a little bit marveled. He said, it's too bad she has this pneumonia or whatever it was, because the rest of the stuff looks pretty good. And usually, everything's shot when they're this old. And so the next day when I came back, I knew this would probably be the day. So I was really not in a hurry to get there. Yeah, I slept in till 9 or 10, took my time until about 11 to get over there. And I walked in, and she saw me, and I said, "Hi, Grandma," and I touched her. And there was someone in the room. The maid was mopping or something. And so I was thinking it was going to be like a long day. And so I grabbed the paper, and I said, well, I'll just sit over here and get out of the way so she can do her work. And so I sat down, and I opened the paper and started reading it. And then at one point, I looked to my left at the open door, and a nurse walked by and saw me. And then what I perceived to be like a show of how good we are here, she stopped and like stuck her head in to look at Grandma. And I thought to myself, you don't need to put on these shows, I'll keep my eye on her. But no, then she came in, and I thought she was going to do the whole parade thing. And then all of a sudden, huh? And the old lady had snuck out. She had already gone. And then next thing you know, there's nurses in there and all these people. And I was prepared for it, obviously. But now it had happened. And I couldn't help but smile, almost the way I'm smiling right now, save for my lack of any dental work recently. And I remember one or two of the nurses looking at me, almost trying to scratch their head like, what's he smiling about? And I could sense that, and I said, you know what? Isn't this glorious? I mean, this woman here has just left, and believe me, if she isn't going to heaven, nobody's going, because she lived the Christian life, and she imparted what the Christian life tells you to do. It certainly helped me. Obviously, her daughters, especially you, Antique, learned that, because and I've gone on side trips. It's really all about love, and Jesus Christ taught that. So anyways, on this day, I want to recognize that old lady that just I miss, but I know I'll see fairly soon. So anyways, what else is going on? Oh, my psoriasis is getting really bad, and there's a 2-year wait in the county to see someone, a dermatologist. And so the doctor here said, are you sure there's nothing wrong with your wrist? And occasionally there is. And she kind of like winked and nodded, and that's what you should do. And she wrote an order for an x-ray. And she thinks once they take a look at me, they'll somehow get me in there. So, I mean, there you have people breaking the rules to do the right thing. There's one other thing I wanted to tell you about. Oh, I know. I'm really distraught about my case, because it occurred to me just in the last few days that my case isn't complex. I mean, there's a law that says you can't do that, and there's a law that says if you do it, here's what's going to happen. And yet they did that to me, and I can't get him in court. And this has gone on. I thought it was 9, but I put a pencil to it for each time I went to like a district court, and then an appeals court, or Supreme Court, or every time I had an opportunity to have someone say, yeah, give the guy a hearing, it was refused. And it just occurred to me that something's really wrong with America. If either, I can't believe anymore that they just didn't get it, or I just didn't write it correctly. There's something else going on, and that's scary. But it doesn't really bother me that much, because as our Father taught us, I mean, this is a temporary assignment. We're here to spread the word, do what we can, teach guys like me about this, and glorify our Heavenly Father. So, peace and love, Antique. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.